Panic disorder is the worst disorder that exists. Now, there are a couple of different ways that we can look at how it causes damage. One way we can look at it is financial, right? And another way we can look at it is personal. How does it wreck our lives? And man, does it wreck our lives. First, let's start with financial. Then we'll move into personal. For the financial component, let's look at it from two different angles: societal damage and personal damage. First, let's look at societal damage. A study was done on this, so let's check that out. Real quick, here's the study. Economic costs of full-blown and subthreshold panic disorder. Now, this was a European study, but I'm sure it applies to America. These costs were higher than those of other mental disorders studied. About 1/4 of the costs could be attributed to comorbidity. Agoraphobia was associated with higher costs. So, comorbidity, in case you don't know, comorbidity means co-occurring. So if a panic disorder is comorbid with agoraphobia, then that means that a panic disorder is co-occurring with agoraphobia. It's co-occurring with another diagnosis, okay? So basically what this means is that agoraphobia made it a lot more costly. And I'll explain why. Now, the reason why agoraphobia makes panic disorder so much more costly is because people quit their jobs. Like, when you are terrified of being out there and the only place you feel somewhat safe is indoors in your house or wherever, you're not going to hold down a job. I mean, people will get new jobs and quit the new jobs. Get a new job and quit the new job. They want to work. They want to get out there. They want to be part of the world. But as soon as they do, sooner or later, the panic gets the best of them. The agoraphobia gets the better of them. Now, panic is also costly personally, financially, personally. The reason why it's so costly personally is that panic feels so awful. This is tied into the personal experience of dealing with panic. Panic is so awful that we will do anything, pay any amount of money to make it stop. And that's exactly what people do. People end up going to voodoo doctors, witch doctors, spiritual crystal healers, all kinds of stuff that doesn't really work. Now, can it work? Usually temporarily. Sometimes things like that can work temporarily because of the placebo effect. But the placebo effect usually lasts maybe about 3 months or so, tops. And you're back into dealing with the same thing as you were in the beginning. Now let's move into how panic disorder can ruin our personal lives. People who have a panic disorder are more likely to develop addictions. As a matter of fact, when people are treated for panic attacks using benzodiazepines, 60% of them develop substance dependence on those benzodiazepines. Also, people with panic disorder are at risk for developing secondary depression or major depressive disorder. But I refer to it as secondary depression because depression is not the first thing that comes. It's panic disorder that makes us feel hopeless about ever curing a panic disorder that then leads to major depression. It's hard to see how we're going to live a happy life or even something that resembles a happy life when we are in the middle of a full-blown panic disorder. Panic disorder also causes our personal lives to shrink. We don't want to go out because we're terrified of being out there and having a panic attack or having a panic attack in front of people and getting embarrassed. So if you have a panic disorder, check out all of my videos because on this channel, what I do is I focus on panic disorder and how to get rid of it, how to fix your panic attacks. I used to have a panic disorder and I managed to get rid of it. So what I share with you here are theories, psychological theories, as well as my own conclusions that I drew from my own personal experience, as well as the experiences of other individuals that I've worked with in therapy. And I combine it and I present all of this for you to see, for you to learn from on this channel for free. So I hope you subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.